Happy Monday. Welcome back into another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. Welcome to the other London. We're going to say that. We're going to welcome you into the other London. Nate, welcome on in. Apparently, which is home to mostly EasyJet and Wizz Air. At least from what I see here. We have lots of EasyJet. We have lots of Wizz Air. We have a Buzz. We have a Ryanair that also seems to fly in here. And maybe someone else. But for now, that's what we see. This is a really nice airport. This is UK 2000 or something. Whatever. I don't remember. This is their London. Luton? Is that how you pronounce it? I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a really nice airport. Really nice. I think Init Builds makes one as well, but I know Init Builds also is a little heavy on performance with a lot of their sceneries. And this one I bought a while back ago. And, you know, it works. It works. I think I bought this when I was doing some flights with On Air. No, it wasn't On Air. I don't remember what I was doing in Europe. There was some flights I was doing in Europe, and this airport came across, and it was like cheap. It was like $5-7 or something. So I was like, what the heck? What the heck? So we're going to be taking Ryanair today, the 737 MAX. I know Ryanair does not fly the MAX, but they do fly the 737, and this is as close as we're going to get in the sim for that currently until we get a PMDG 737 available in Flight Sim 2024. We're using Fly the Line.
We've got 10 minutes left.
As you just heard. Now, I put on here, I beat Flight Sim. And the reason why is because I beat Fly the Line, apparently. Yesterday, I kind of beat it by simply just playing it. So, like, 50 hours of use with it, and I got the congratulations, you won kind of thing, game over. So, like, well, pretty much what it means is I've pretty much maxed out what I can for the most part. I can go up a couple more levels. But it's not really going to do much. It's going to get me some XP and get me skill points, but not a whole lot after that point. So it looks like the Sims quote-unquote part is pretty much done when it comes to Fly Line for me. And for going forward, it will be just a schedule builder as APL is. Let's go and get things going, though, because we do have 9 minutes for pushback with Fly the Line. So we got to get going with that pushback. So let's go to ground support. Let's go to connect on here. I got to get Volanta up to date, up top, sorry. There, that is. And let's go back to the menu, performances, and then we're gonna go up top here. We're gonna go external power on, ground power on, whoops. Navs, don't make the mistake I did yesterday. Window heat. And let's go and get our lights lighting. La luz. AFT and APU start. I know some people do like a different button here. I'd like to just do this one here. And then external power is all set. Okay, grand. Let's go on down below here and let's go to the FMS. Position in it. Next, grab the GPS, drop it on in here. Let's click on route. Guess not. Let's click on route and request a flight plan. All right, well, that's cooking. Let's go over here to the right, or sorry, left, and let's get our briefing panel rocking. So our payload we're looking at today is 132 passengers on board going to Dublin. Cargo is what? 76. So 38. 38 should work. Ham, welcome on in. Thanks for the subscription. 38. And fuel is going to be 11,768. 420 on the taxi, and raw data is 5039. Cool. Let's set all of that. Let's just verify our fuel. Our zero fuel weight, sorry, 132.7. Beautiful. Complete. We'll keep that still. Let's go back on down below and load it. And let's see. Next, we're going to put our departure runway, which we're expecting runway 25 currently. And we are Ryanair, so RYR. We are flight number 6661. That's a long one. Activate, execute. 0 fuel weight will auto pop, and our reserves are 2. Our cruising is up to 243 at 44, and our temperature is 5. Execute. N1s, let's go over here to the side and let's copy our data. Flaps 5, AC on, and anti-ice off. We're looking at temperature of 38. Pop that in there. Takeoff, flaps 5, CGs will auto, and V speeds are set. Currently expecting runway 25 via the Olin, I'm guessing Olin 2 Papa, Bravo, sorry, 2 Bravo. Execute that. And then into Dublin, we are expecting runway 28 left. Let's see, do we have an ILS 28 left? Yep. There's the ILS 28 left via bags, and bags, so that should be fine. Okay, cool. Execute. And legs. Alright, that's all set. We're ready to go. Let's get our clearance, shall we? Delivery here is 121,885. Doesn't exist, huh? 121. Oh, I did that wrong. 121,885. I did 85. Oh, still doesn't exist. Okay. Let's go.
Only 5 minutes remaining.
Oh, I'm working on tower grounds. We have ground.
Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo, on our way to Nice Côte d'Azur Airport.
Alright, well, while that's thinking about it, let's go and get this stuff wrapped up.
Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo, Luton ground, expect runway 25, only 2 Bravo departure, squawk 1762.
Only 2 Bravo departure. Squawk 1762. Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo.
Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo.
Oh, we gotta hurry up here. We got no time. We have no time, folks.
Wilco, Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo.
Latin ground hello from Ryanair 6661. We are ready for IFR clearance to Dublin.
Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo. At RAM 20, request pushback and
Oh
engine
man,
start.
this is gonna delay us. We got 4 minutes. I've never been this close to the timer with Fly the Line. I've never been this close to the timer. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, we'll prepare our pushback. There's only one way in and out of here, so it has to be this way. So we should be facing east.
Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo, Luton
Oh my gosh, hurry up, hurry up! We're gonna be late.
Pushback approved. Face east.
We're expecting to climb up to 38 on this flight.
Ryanair 6661 Luton ground, expect runway 25, only 2 Bravo departure, squawk 5413.
Alright.
Only 2 Bravo departure, squawk 5413. Ryanair 6661.
Cool.
Ryanair 6661, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine
Oh,
start.
we're ready for pushback.
Roger that, Ryanair 6661.
Luton ground, Ryanair 6661, ready for pushback and engine start.
Ryanair 6661 Luton ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face east, Ryanair 6661.
Alright, request pushback and pushing back. Engine number 2 is firing up. Alright, we're pushing back. We have like 3 minutes to get out of here. And it's not too long of a taxiway. Or taxi, yeah, well, it's a little bit of a hop. It's a little bit of a hop. Alright, engines are rotating for engine number 2. Flight director is on. And we're just waiting for this to reach to about 24, then I go ahead and start introducing fuel. There we go. Fuel. Let's start Terra. Good, grand, beautiful.
Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo. Request taxi.
Pushback looking good. So we did get to runway 25, so I'm going to put heading in. Alright, there's runway heading.
Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo.
Looking good. Let's get this lined up. Crashing into the planes. Nope, we're fine. Luton ground, Ryanair 6661, ready to taxi to the active. Alright, let's just get that going right away.
Ryanair 6661, runway 25, taxi via Delta Alpha.
Delta
Runway
Alpha.
25 taxi via Delta. Alpha Ryanair 6661.
Alright, so we're going to take a right after we exit here, take it all the way down to Alpha, and then take a left on Alpha, all the way to Alpha 1, and then we'll make our departure. Actually, I think we have to do a back taxi. I think we have to do a back taxi as well. Alright, same thing, we're waiting for the engines to reach about 24, and then we'll go ahead and introduce fuel. And Legend, thanks for the follow. Welcome on in. And there's 24, let's go ahead and bring in that fuel. Flaps are coming down to flaps 5. RTO is set. And now we're just waiting for our engine to spool up. Let's go up here to the top. Taxi lights are on.
Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo, contact Luton Tower 132.555.
And we're just waiting for the click to come on over.
Contact
Sean, welcome in.
32.555, Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo.
Alright, there's the click. Continuous here. Gens on, APU off. And packs are set for on. Alright, let's go taxiing. Let's take a look at the left. This damn thing's closed. Alright, all clear left. And this is Delta. So we're going to take this all the way down to Alpha. That's not too far. This might actually be a late departure. This actually could very well be a late departure. We're expected to depart at local time 7:58. It is 6:58. What now? Oh no, Zulu time 6:58. Yeah, so we're a minute late. We're gonna see if we can make it up in the sky, which we normally do. We normally do. But we might have to back taxi. Or yeah, see, look at their back taxiing over there. I think they are. Yeah, they are. So it looks like we'll have to back taxi out here. That's going to take us another minute or so on departure. It's a very nice airport, though. The performance is top notch. That's something about UK. They UK, what's is it 2000? They do really good airports, and the performance is always really good. Really, really stellar. Runway ahead.
Ryanair 6661, contact Luton Tower 132.555.
Contact Tower 132.
Let's see if Beyondatc instructs us for the back taxi.
6661.
We'll wait here to get that call because EC is getting ready to take off.
Luton Tower, wind 170.5, runway 25 cleared for takeoff. Runway 25 cleared for takeoff, Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo.
Now we can't enter an active runway, so... Luton Tower, Ryanair 6661 ready to tax... Or sorry, ready to take off runway 25. There goes EasyJet. Bye-bye.
Ryanair 6661, number 1 for departure, hold short of 25.
Alright, gonna hold short here.
Roger, hold short of 25. Ryanair 6661.
We'll see if they give us backtrack. That was supposed to be one of the things they affixed in one of the last updates. I haven't gone to a lot of airports that do back taxi. Backtrack taxiing. So we'll see what happens.
Ryanair 6661, backtrack runway
Oh, look at that.
25. Call when ready for departure.
And call when ready for departure.
Backtrack
Very
runway
cool.
25, call
Okay,
when
so we're gonna
ready.
backtrack on
Ryanair
25 here.
6661.
Easy 91 Whiskey Bravo, contact.
I wonder why they don't just extend the taxiway.
25.
I mean, I suppose...
London Control 1.
I guess this does save a little bit on cost overall, right? Having planes backtrack, and like it is not a crazy popular airport, so it's not really taking a lot in terms of like delaying planes and whatnot. All right, this is gonna be a tight squeeze, I think. That wasn't so bad. Keep the engines going though. Well, that's actually really good. All right, I think we're ready to go. Luton Tower, Ryanair 6661, ready to go. 25.
Ryanair 6661, Luton Tower, wind 170 at 5, runway 25, cleared for takeoff.
All right, cleared for takeoff. Runway 25.
Cleared for
Bring up the
takeoff.
throttles.
Ryanair
Stabilized
6661.
at 60%. Auto throttle armed. Toga set. Engine stable. Let's go flying. That was cool. That was very cool. Alright, we have a little bit of a crosswind, 2 knots, nothing to worry about. This is cool. It's like an uphill. That's really cool. Really, really cool. And rotate. Very, very smooth. Gear going up. It's very important with fly the line, you don't get too aggressive on your pitch angle on departure. What?
Squawk
5413.
5413, Ryanair 6661.
Did I not put the right one in?
Ryanair 6661, contact London.
Alright, flaps going up.
8.825.
LNAV, VNAV are enabled.
Control 118.825. Ryanair
Flaps up to 1.
London Control Ryanair 6661 2000.
And full flaps up.
Ryanair 6661, London Control identified climb to flight level 190.
I should have turned much sooner.
Climb to flight level 190.
Much sooner.
Ryanair
Whoops.
6661.
Whoopsie daisy. That's fine. We're going to go to the next point, which is something that starts with a D, I think. Let's go on down here and turn off RTO. Get on our flight plan, path. We must have an altitude restriction, yeah, 5,000 here. Slow but surely. Just a minor trim up. It's always fun flying the Max. I just love this plane. It hand flies just gorgeously. Gorgeously. I love this plane. I'm still considering a possibility. Like I said, I was saying it, I think it was yesterday. There's the workaround to get the PMDG 737 to work in the flight sim. I've obviously showed it off many of it times. Works really good. But I have a feeling it's going to be coming out sometime in the next month or so. That's just my guess. It's just pure speculation at this point. I have a feeling. So I'm kind of just trying to wait it out. Because, you know, people are saying it's going to be paid. Some people say it's not going to be paid. We haven't heard official word from PMDG what they're going to do. If they were going to be good folks, they would not be charging people for the update. But they're going to likely charge people for the update. And I wouldn't be surprised if the charge is like $20+. I would not be surprised at all. It's a very high demanded aircraft. It's just a question of how many people that own, let's say the iFly and don't own the PMDG 737, how many of them are actually going to purchase the 737 upgrade. Or if they don't own, or sorry, if they do own the PMDG 737 and the iFly, are they willing to spend the money on the update? They may be completely content. Like me, I'm very content with the iFly. I'm very content with it. It's a damn good plane. Like I've said, if the price is right, I'll purchase the upgrade if it is a paid-on update. If the price is right, but it has to be right. I'm gonna kind of be a really big stickler on this one. I feel like PMDG's kind of screwed us a little too much recently. At least on the pricing. Like, their planes are really good. There's no doubt. I don't argue that their planes are not good. I'm just saying, like, some of the price tag stuff with the 777s have been a little crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and do AP on. My arm's getting a little stiff now. Alright, bring out our map. Okay, all's good there. Let's check chat. See what settings are you using for traffic and beyond ATC. I'm using what is it? 4 for park traffic. Sorry, 4 for park traffic, and then 3 for the rest. 4 for park traffic and 3 for the rest. FYI, it's stable at 50% and then wait 2 seconds. No harm, what I noticed. Oh, okay, interesting. 50%? I've always brought up to 60. Because it seems like if you don't bring it up to 60, then the auto throttle doesn't kick, like Toga doesn't kick on. At least that's been my experience. Maybe I'm reading it differently though. There's always that possibility. Always possibility. I feel like I land the max better than the PMDG. I think so. I think I'm that way too, but it's they handle so differently. It's very difficult to be 100% confident in that, right? And I also haven't really flown the PMDG 737 consistently, especially since the iFly came to 2024. Will, welcome on in. Hope your Sunday was good, and hopefully your Monday's good start here. Barry, welcome in as well. I'm flying my first flight in New Sky. Oh, that's awesome. What do you think about New Sky? I think, I forgot to start New Sky. Gosh dang it. I said I was gonna do a button for that. I think New Sky's great. I like, what I've liked about New Sky, and here's the thing, when I used On Air for the 6 months, I bought a 6-month subscription, so I used it for the 6 months. What I noticed was, after leaving after leaving On Air and going down New Sky, it was just a relief to not have so much grinding to do. It was just the freedom to fly. Fly whenever you want, fly wherever you want, fly whatever aircraft you want, no strings attached kind of thing. So I used to fly, I was flying stuff with like the default New Sky airline. I was flying stuff with Kip's airline. I briefly made my own little Northwest Airlines historical stuff, but it didn't catch on, so I abandoned ship. And then recently we started up, as Will says there, we have our own airline in there, Fly Lex. And Irishman has taken that and ran with it and has done a great job with it. A really good job. We did a bunch of flights with it yesterday. I did a few flights off stream with it as well. It's a nice thing though. It's really cool that it tracks everything for you. And I love, my biggest thing is I love the fact that it tracks the center line. I love the fact that it tracks that center line, because the center line is probably the most important, one of the most important aspects of landing, right? One of the most important things of landing. All right, standard pressure is set, making our cruise, and this isn't a too terribly long flight. This is 234 nautical miles, and then throw in all the vectors and all that jazz. We're probably looking at under 300 nautical miles total for this flight. I did the first leg, which was from Dublin to Luton, and now we're doing leg number 2. But for right now, so I mentioned this in Discord. I mentioned this in Discord yesterday. What I'm doing in terms of the career stuff, because I really love On Air, or not On Air. I really love APL. I really love Fly the Line, and I love New Sky. I think they're all fantastic. I think they're all just great. Coming up on 10,000. So, with the different career options I have available, I'm going to go ahead and do so. Fly the line is going to be Ryanair for me, at least for now, and I may jump eventually. But Ryanair with fly the line. Then we have APL. APL currently is going to be set for Air Canada. As I realized there was no catching master copy. There's no catching master copy. He went past and flew right on past me, right? Once Flyline came out, that was the end of that opportunity. So good for him. He captured it, and he's above me in the ranking. Plus, I was kind of getting tired of flying Delta, but honestly, there's so many flights out of Atlanta that I was kind of getting bored with Atlanta. So, and I've been having a lot of fun flying Air Canada. It's airports that I don't frequent a lot, especially obviously the Canadian ones. So it's been a lot of fun actually flying in Canada. So Air Canada is going to be APL for a while, and then I'm using New Sky to kind of just do flights that either Irishman has come up with the schedules, which are going to be primarily U.S. flights. So at least that will scratch my itch for U.S. flights. And then if there's a flight in there that I want to do, or if there's a flight that I want to do, but I don't have a route for it, then you just do a free flight, right? So that's kind of going to be my way of approaching things. Now that I kind of maxed out the most I can really in Fly the Line, I think I'll probably transition between the three a lot more often, as I spent most of my time recently in Fly the Line, and then a little bit of time in APL. I think it's fair now that I can kind of jump between all of them. Let's see. Haven't applied yet. Lex Air, Fly Air, or Fly Lex. Sorry, Fly Lex. Lex Air is our Fly the Line one. Fly the Line is more about personal development stuff, even by furnitures. Yeah.
6661 through flight level 167 for flight level 190.
You did an English one, Lex. You naughty boy. Alright, flight level 380.
Climb to flight level 380, Ryanair 666.
Alright, well, I have been doing some testing with the webcam. I think I have the webcam pretty much ready to go at this point. So we'll probably go live with the webcam for the face cam, the ugly cam. I don't know, maybe sometime this week, I'm not quite sure. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know, maybe, we'll see. We'll see. I think I got the lighting figured out. I want to do some minor adjustments with it though. So what I have right now is behind the monitor I have this I have an LED light. It's really bright though. Kind of hurts my eyes. So I'm thinking about kind of shifting things around to make it so it's not just blinding my eyeballs. So if I can get that figured out in time for tomorrow, then we can do it tomorrow. If not, probably if I end up streaming on Thursday or Friday night evening for my time, then do it then. But maybe it will be like a Sunday thing. Get out of my Europe airspace in New Sky, man. So I've talked about my wife starting her new job, right? So she started a new job 2 weeks ago. This is her third weekend, and she's had a rougher time the past couple days, and it's not because they've said something to her. It's because of the person she is. She sets high standards for herself, and again, this is her third weekend, so this is her 11th day. Today's her 11th day working there, right? And to be fair, also, her first week she got scheduled, I don't know, I think she worked like 34 hours. Her second week she about the same thing. Okay, so she has probably 70 hours under her belt in that 2 weeks. And yesterday she came home last night after her shift, and she's just, you can see like frustration and the tears in her eyes because she wants to be more efficient and faster like everyone else is. And I'm like, you have to realize you're the new person on the block. This is a new job for you, and you have to be patient with yourself. They haven't said anything to her about her being, slow or not good or anything. So she's doing this all on herself. She's doing this all on herself, and it breaks my heart because she is good. She is really good. She's really efficient and amazing at things. And she has to, I need to find a way to get her to realize that she's got to just get out of her own head for a little bit and focused on learning the skills, right? Learning the skills, and everything will slowly come naturally. But she expects to go in and be day one amazing, and that's not how it's going to work. It's not how it's going to work realistically. This is a whole different field she's in too. That's just not how it works. If you were in the same field, okay, you would have some similarities in there, right? If I left, I work for FedEx now. If I left FedEx and went over to UPS, like, yeah, I'd have something I can fall back on from experience. But at the same time, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. What do we got going on? Iris is busy now with the schedule flight times. Is there a lot of economy stuff in New Sky? Not really. New Sky's pretty limited on what it offers as well, but it's free. It's free, right? So obviously the big point is that you can create an airline, right? You can create an airline and share it with the community. That's probably the biggest factor when it comes to New Sky. And then try to move up the ranking for the top airline. Now, it would be a miracle for us to do that because we have a very small group of people in the airline. But it's not unbeatable, right? I know Kip was in there with his airline. They were pushing hard, and they got up to second. I don't know if they ever got to first. I think they got up to second. And I was doing many flights to help them out as well. So, like, it would take a massive effort of so many pilots to do these flights to make it happen. But nevertheless, it's cool because you can, structure your own airline and stuff like that. And there's like financials. Irishman was telling me a little bit about it last week, I think it was, but he was saying, like, buy planes or leasing these planes, that has to come out of money. So doing the flights pays back some of the lease. So you get revenue from tickets and whatnot, right? So there's a little bit of like an economy per se, but it's not super in depth. It's not like on air in depth, nothing like that. Definitely not like Fly the Line even in depth. It's kind of more like just a surface level of an economy. Very, very surface level. Here we have the third weekend off. We have the third weekend off. What are you talking about? Disgusting rules. Finding the job. Well, it's not the rules though. It's not her. It's not the job. It's her. Like, again, no one said anything to her that she's, too slow. Nothing. No one said anything like that. It's all her. It's her mentality. She always wants to be the best that she can be, and she will. But she has to be patient with herself. Patient with herself. And that's the thing. I've been working for. I'm about to show my age now, I guess. I've been working for 22 years. Right? I've been in the workforce for over 22 years now. Those 22 years, 70% of those I have been in management. All right? I've been a manager at some point in those. Majority of it. And when I first got into leadership, I struggled with the idea of like not understanding that everyone has a strength. I thought, or not everyone has a weakness, right? I thought because I was so quick and efficient at my job that everyone else should be just as efficient as I am. And I didn't look at that everyone can bring something else to the table that I may not be able to bring to that table, right? I can bring my efficiency, my performance overall. I can bring that to the table. One thing I lacked in my early days of work, though, was my immune system sucked. I easily get sick. And when I got the flu nastiness, right? So I had to call off work, or go into work with 10-degree temperature, sweating bullets and barely able to stand. So there were definitely many times where I called in, but then I look at some of the other people that were working there, and they never called in. They never ever called in. Like they worked regardless. And so they brought that to the table. They brought consistency. They're always going to be there. They may not be as fast as I am with doing things, but they're always going to be there. So even with my speed, if you take me out of the equation one day, well, they're going to be extra slow now because I'm not there, right? There's that. So I was taught that early on in my working life, that everyone has something to bring to the table. Not everyone's going to be exactly like you are. And as I grew as a leader, I started bringing that philosophy to the table, where everywhere I went, everywhere I worked, everyone I worked with, that I know you're not going to be, you may not be as efficient as I am in certain things, and that's okay. You do bring other things to the table, though, that help balance out the workflow. And there are, of course, people who don't. There are people who really don't. People who just go in there for a paycheck. People who, become too laxed in their job, or whatever it be. They're just lazy people. There are definitely those people in there as well. But I think everyone, for the most part, most people do try. Most people do try, right? And we have to be patient and allow them to figure out their thing, figure out their system. Look, you always want to be the best. Yeah, me, no. I always want to be the worst. I always tell my boss, I used to tell her, I never want to be the best. As long as I'm in the top 5, I'm okay. But closer to that 5 is my ideal. Because then you're at least notice that you're doing a good job, but you're not the best, which means then when there's meetings and whatnot, you're not being called on to present, or they're not thinking of your name right away when something comes up. But you're on the list of being good. So that's the perfect little area to be. Top 5. Top 5. Alright, so we're almost at top of climb. We're expecting runway 28 left, but I have a feeling that's going to be changing. We're looking at a tailwind of 5 knots right now, so we'll see if Beyond ATC does change it. Now, the weather does seem to be behind in Beyond ATC, so it may not. Hopefully that wind doesn't pick up anymore, though, because we have to be careful with the tailwind. If we get a tailwind that's too strong, then Flight Line's going to dock us points. We have 58 minutes to get to the airport. We're expecting arrival at this point at 7:57. So in about a half hour. So we're still going to... Look at that. That's crazy. We're 2 minutes late on departure. And we're going to end up being 20 minutes early still. By the way, we have 100 degrees right now in Amsterdam. Jeez, good weather for ice skating. 100 degrees? Yeah, we just got done with another heat wave recently. We were supposed to be up to 85 today. And the highest this week is going to be on Saturday at 88. And it looks like we're finally going to start cooling down. Which I really hope it does, because I'm really tired of these. I'm really tired of this AC bill here. The electricity bill is a bit expensive. Okay, so 28 left for the arrival, which we're familiar with. Done that one a couple different times here in Dublin. Cool. Okay, so let's go over here and let's prepare as if we're going to be landing there. show the landing data, copy this information. Let's see, so currently it is just scattered clouds, no precipitation. The winds are 120 at 5. Temperature's 20. And QNH 1020, which isn't going to work, right? Yeah, so I don't know, what's that conversion over to? 29, let's go 30.02, just guessing. Flaps 30, AC on, anti-ice off, brakes, config, all operational, none, calculate, 145. What I don't understand is in the iFly, we go to panel style, we go to general, and right here, it's always selected to display Celsius. I don't, so why? Why? Why does it not work? I have yet to figure out why. There's another option you can do it. I don't remember where though. Runway ground proxy. Yeah, I don't know. Autopilot? No, that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know. Makes no sense. Whoops. Ground support and performance. Alright, top descent's coming on up. Let's reset your alt. Oh. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and descend down to 3,000. 3,000. All right, then we'll go ahead and request our top of descent here in a second. Hurry up, we need to make our descent. London Control, Ryanair 6661 ready for descent.
Ryanair 6661, Baxter 4 Lima, runway 28 left.
Alright, cool.
Descend to flight level 180.
So pretty much a straight-in arrival. We are not in a AC country, but I bought one, and this summer it's cool simmering for me. Oh, it's cool simming for me. You're not an AC country? Really? The Netherlands? Is it because, well, you're in Amsterdam. Like, so... What's the average temperature there? What's the average temperature? Like, what's the average temperature in the summer? Is this a lot hotter than typically? You know, is global warming like a thing? Make a Ryanair landing? Oh, that's pretty good. And then what's your average summer temperature? Is it just crazy hot now? And then what is your average winter temperature? What is the average winter temperature for you? Like, it's a little bit above our summer temperature this year. A little bit. More importantly, we haven't really gotten a lot of precipitation. It's been very, very dry. Average is 21 in the summer.
Contact Jersey Control approach 125.205, easy 727.
So that's 70. Oh yeah, so that's 30 degrees. So today you're 30 degrees over your average. Let's see, what did I just get? Oh yeah, okay, so we gotta do news, what's it called? Fly the line, runway 28 left. Okay, I have that all set in there. I know that, like I said, we're a little hotter than we typically are, or that we were at least last year and the year before. When I get the energy bill, it does tell me like the average temperature for the month, and it shows me what it was the previous year, and this was definitely a little higher. I also think we got hotter here sooner. Now the question is, are we going to cool off sooner, or are we going to just have a long summer? We didn't really have much of a spring here. It kind of went from winter to summer. It's kind of what happened. Fall's like my favorite season. Fall's my favorite season, and that should be coming up in the next couple weeks. I love like the 60s. That's like the perfect temperature. 60 Fahrenheit. Oh, the perfect temperature. Winter was -10, and now winters are getting warmer, like 0, really, a 10-degree difference Celsius? That's crazy. Yeah, our winter here was very... So, okay, so we moved. We used to live near Minnesota, okay? We used to live near there, and obviously, if you're familiar enough with the U.S., Minnesota's northern hemisphere, right, for the U.S., so the winters are typically colder, the winters are snowy, right? Well, we're 1,000 miles or so away from Minnesota now. And the winters here have been amazing. Well, other than one snowstorm we had that I can remember in the 5 years we've been here, there has been no issues with travel. Like, the roads have been nice and clean. It might have a couple of slick spots here and there. I guess mostly the hazard, honestly, has been, it would rain in the wintertime. Crazy. Rain in the wintertime, and then the ice would freeze at night. So it could, once the sun goes down, it could definitely be a little slick out there. You get some of that black ice. But they're really good about catching that ahead of time and throwing down some ice for that. 11 shades of brown in the fall is nice. I love the fall. It's freaking perfect. I love the color changes. Oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. Which I'm gonna go and do some photography this fall. I'm definitely doing that. I do amateur photography. I haven't done it a lot in the past couple years, but that's my plan this fall. Let's go out there, and maybe I'll do. That might be fun. Maybe I'll do. Let's see. Let's go anti-ice on here. Maybe I'll do like a. I don't know. Might be able to do a live stream, kind of walking around. Might burn through my data though. We'll see how that works out. That'd be fun. Transworld, welcome in. I'm civil and respectful. Also, aka TWA fan. Oh, awesome. I got dropped off by a helicopter. I'm in the middle of an aircraft. Also, where's my coffee? I got first class. Wait, I forgot what airline this is. Your coffee spilled? What is going on? Pilot, my coffee spilled? What is that all about? I'm confused. I grew up with the snow only in the winter. Ice flowers on the windows of my bedroom. Always red cheeks. Healthier than now. Oh yeah, aren't we all? Yeah, when I grew up, there used to be snow where I lived that was so high up. So much snow that would fall that it would cover my little head. And I'm talking about when I was anywhere between 10 and 15 years old. So much snow that I go outside and the snow is above my head. After it's been plowed, through places, and we'd go build snow forts outside. Oh my gosh, it was grand. Your feet are so numb that you can't feel them. Like, you just chop them off at that point. That's how cold they are. But you don't want to go inside because you're having so much fun outside. So we build those snow forts and we make it nice and toasty inside our little snow forts. For being like minus 30 degrees outside. Well, I guess not that cold. Minus 20 probably. And your little igloo, and the rest of the world outside is just chaotic and terrible. Oh, it was a grand time. It was a grand time. P2, welcome in. Are all the doors sealed, or are we expecting a blowout on this flight? No, 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 all sealed. We're Ryanair. Ryanair does not have those disasters. Ryanair has questionable landings, though. Although I read an article not too long ago that Ryanair actually has very good landings. Apparently their average landing is really, really comfortable. It's just that when they have really bad ones, they're really, really bad. I'm used to cold because I was born in the cold years. Born in the cold years? I love snow. My place there is barely any snow. Oh, really? Chicago Joe is on the same Mediterranean like us, so figures. I experienced once in Germany 20 centimeters of snow, -9 degrees. That was a cold, fun time. Yeah. It's... The thing is, I don't mind the cold. I always hated the snow, because the snow just made things feel much colder, at least in my experience. I'll accept the cold, but like, traveling for work, going to work or whatever it be, snow has a major impact on that. The cold, well, yeah, it could suck, but again, if you don't work outside and you're only commuting from your car to your home, or your car to your job, whatever it be, like, the cold's not that bad then. Whatever, you're outside for a couple of minutes, it's all right. Obviously, there's certain temperatures that are just blistering cold, and you're like, I don't want that. I remember there were a couple times, this was years ago, that we ended up closing where I was working at, both places where I worked at during these different times, that because it was too cold. Like, I made fun of kids now, like they get sent home, or they have a snow day because it's too cold outside. I'm like, man, I've never had that. In all the years I went to school, I never had a cold day from school. Never. I had snow days because the snow was just too high. I definitely had those days, but I've never had a too cold day. Never. Now, we were only cleared down to flight level 180, so we're going all the way down, though. Are we on? Yep, we're Ryanair. Can I get a refund on Japan Airlines? I saw a chart yesterday, and it had like all the sub-airlines from the main airlines. And Japan Air had like 6 different or 7 different airlines that that they also ran. Ryanair, no, it wasn't Ryanair. What was it? British Airways. British Airways also. Who's owns? It's like iFA or something. I can't remember exactly. Can't get a direct flight plan is bended. Maybe switch places. Vector into the stars. Alright, coming down to 13,000. And we should be... Let's go take a look over here. So, if we look at our arrival... I know, people say they don't like this tablet, this EFB here. I do like it. It's kind of got that old school look to it. I like it. It's a little clunky looking, right? But I like it. Alright, so there's our airport. We're going to add in our arrival, which we're expecting the bags for left. So let's go to down. Bags. So let's see. Where's... This isn't it, is it? It's gotta be one of these guys. I'll do both of them. And then we'll go down. Just checking to see if it's in here too. Doesn't look like it. Down. Down. Nope. Okay. And then we're doing runway 28 left. 28 left. Okay, complete. And then we can go ahead and take a look at these arrivals. This is the not the one I'm looking at, so we're gonna go down one.
713, London Control identified. Continue climb to flight level 330.
Oh, cycle view.
Continue climb to flight level 330.
Here's what I'm looking at. Okay, we're coming in over here for the arrival. Okay, so that's looking good. Here's our airport. So let's go ahead and zoom in. We're doing 28 left right over here, and then we're gonna back taxi. Not back taxi, but we're gonna take Sierra to one of the gates here. I think Ryanair parks over here. This is Aer Lingus, I think. Hey, I remember today, Aer Lingus. All right, and then for the ILS approach, 3,000 here, and I think we're coming in. I think we're coming in here, coming in straight in.
ILS Yankee runway 14, Greenstone 7 Lima November.
Yeah, so here we're coming in from here, and then we're gonna turn around and make it in. Cool. Okay, what do we got going on?
Runway 23 right, Blue Max 76 Foxtrot Alpha.
I got a stream deck today to manage the lights and squawk for the Phoenix. Oh, very nice. Rubber's piece of crap. That's EFB. We have a TWA fan here.
Resume own navigation. Speedbird 5
So, P2, what are you gonna? I'm using what's it called? Flight deck. I think it's flight deck. I know that you can buy like the profile ones, but I'm using a free one. I think it's flight deck. What the hell is it called? Let's see.
Greenstone 7 Lima November. Radar vectors ILS Yankee runway 14. Report ready for descent.
The hell is it called? Oh, Flight Tracker. That's what I use. Flight Tracker. So you can find it on FlightSim.to. Flight Tracker. Or it's also in the Stream Deck store. But that's landing lights. I use that, and I use it for comms and squawk. I have a light switch button too. I have the flap position, rudder trim, elevator trim. I have those as well, and I also have a really cool wind direction on it, which it's super helpful. Super helpful. But yeah, I know there's paid ones you can get. J. Russ has a couple of the paid ones.
Dublin approach, Ryanair 6661, flight level 09 or 5. We have uniform.
Matthew, welcome on in.
6661 Dublin approach. QNH 1020. Expecting ILS.
Alaska Airlines is collaborating with Ryanair. Didn't
QNH 1020.
they merge?
Expect the ILS runway
I thought they merged. Aren't they just one airline now?
6661.
Use Plane Finder? What is Plane Finder?
Ryanair 6661.
Never heard of that.
Descend to flight level 080.
Descend to flight level 080.
Oh, like a tracker?
Ryanair
Flight tracker?
6661.
I'm waiting for the overhead panel for the WingFlex. Oh yeah, I would like an overhead panel for sure. There's that one. Is it WingFlex that makes the one I'm thinking of? It's like $200 or something. It looks promising. It's 80. Oh, okay. We're thinking of something different, I think. I'm thinking of a different one. The one I'm thinking of is like a small. It's almost like the Stream Deck, like the 16 key. Maybe two of those together. I don't know. But it has like APU and light switches and emergency light switches, stuff like that. I don't remember who makes it though. I want to say it's like $200. But I don't have the room for like a big old panel. I definitely don't have the room for like a big old overhead one. The one that Nikki showed off from Honeycomb, this is back in his Honeycomb days. This was at one of the expos a while back. That one showed a lot of promise because he claimed, so all it was pretty much a touchscreen, a big old touchscreen monitor, that you'd be able to put your own, swap out panels, by software only. And I was like, that's genius. Obviously never came to fruition because of the Honeycomb drama, right? So I wonder if Nikki eventually will make that at some point. But that'd be cool. Like, it's all touchscreen, of course, which kind of sucks. people like there's, you know, physical switches, and I think that's what really cool about like the FCU and the EFIS and the McDo I have. I love the little physical switches. I've talked about how my Honeycomb Alpha, I love the physical switches. But in terms of being able to use, you know, an overhead panel that can display whatever airplane you're flying, that'd be so cool. Imagine going from a CRJ into a, you know, 350 or something. Be so cool. FENIX and the iFly Max. Yeah, I think P2 summed it up pretty good. I think those are pretty much the best planes you can get in the sim. The CRJ is a lot of fun, though. I have a lot of fun with that. I might take that out for a spin tomorrow for our flight, one of the flights. It's been a minute since I've been in it, and I love it. It's a good, fun plane. And there, I should test it because there's a McDo panel, or a profile for it as well, for Mobiflight. We are cleared to 8,000, which we're currently at. And we're restricted to 8,000 for a little bit yet. Okay, so we're just going to maintain where we are. Pizza's going to be right back. 8220 for sure, IRL. Oh man, I can't wait for that. I really hope that 8220 is good. I really hope it's good. I need it. I need to also figure out. I would like them to give a time frame. I know they were saying. I think they were saying end of this year or something, right? But I need a time frame because I'm pretty sure I'll put in a couple vacation days for that one. That's how much I'm excited for it. I think I'll put in a couple vacation days for that plane. I need some time frame. In Flight Sim, it's FENIX and the PMG 777. Premier, for you, it's the 350, my favorite for sure, and then the 747. Who's working? Someone's working on the 747, right? Is that PMDG? Right? I think they're working on the 747. And then we have Bluebird working on the 757. I think PMGG's working on the 747. I won't get the 747, and I likely won't get the 757, in all honesty. I don't know. I think I already spent my SP and PMG. I already spent the money on the 350 and the 777 planes I don't fly that often, right? I'm highly unlikely going to be flying those other two planes. Realistically, in terms of airlines, there's only two things I'm really waiting for. There's that 220. I really want that 220 to come out, and the heck's it called? The EJET. The EJET from Flight Sim Studios. The update for that. That's really the only two things I'm waiting for, and I'll be content at that point. All right, so from this point down to that point, we need to drop a whole heck of a lot. We drop 5,000 feet. That's a lot of dropping. Favorite airline? Well, I talked about this yesterday, but Northwest Airlines definitely is close to my heart. So in terms of historical, definitely Northwest Airlines. In terms of modern, I've never flown on Delta, but it would make sense that Delta would be my favorite airline because of the merger with Northwest Airlines. But given that I'm from the Chicago area, it has to be United, right? I'm kind of conflicted between Delta and United, honestly. The best livery, man, like that Air Canada black one is really nice. I really like that livery a lot. But I think P2 we're also talking about the Air New Zealand black and white one. Oh, it's a nice one too. I like the white and black one too, but Frontier has some really cute ones too with the little animals on the back. Put in a few months free because Innobuild is selling the vertical slice first, and after 11 updates, it will fly reasonably. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know really if there's anything else I'm looking forward to in planes. Like the dash. Obviously, I want a dash. That'd be really nice to have. Is anyone working on a dash? A Majestic, right? They're working on a dash? A Dash 8? Alright, speed brake's coming out because we got to descend down to 3,000. Alright, and then at max, which is right up here, we want to be at 25. Kind of pushing it with altitude here. 3,000 feet. I don't like this flight profile at all. I don't like it at all. I'm gonna go to vertical.
Ryanair 6661, cleared direct Obinu, cross Obinu at or above 3,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 28 left.
Okay, this should work a little bit better. We'll go to 210 on the speed. Let's go on down here real quick and take a look. 145 on the V speed. Okay, now we're looking a little bit better. We can go ahead and readjust the vertical speed now. Okay, that looks pretty stable now. I like this one. It was just a couple hundred feet too slow for me, for my liking. Southwest has the best. Qantar? Is that how you say it, right? Business class is the best. Talking about their special ones. Oh, the Southwest special. Yeah, some of the Southwesterns are really nice too. Yeah, absolutely. Have you flown the ATR in the game? Yeah, I definitely flown the ATR. Yeah, I haven't flown it in 2024. I've heard there were some issues in 2024 with the ATR, so I haven't really flown it. Speed brakes need to be stowed. I should probably hop into that plane again. It's been a long time. When it first came out, I flew the hell out of that plane. It's a lot of fun. Did a lot of trips in New Zealand. A lot of trips. And now Silver Airways, which flew them in for the most part, Florida, here in the U.S., they're gone. They just kind of shuttered their doors, unfortunately. Why does it do that?
Descend to flight level 080, KLM 933.
Alright, clear out this disco. We don't need to worry about that. That's all fine. Descent's looking pretty good now, nice and stable. Let's go down a little bit more with 13. I like American retro livery, the Japan Air livery, and for every category. It has to be the TWA first place, American second, Japan Air is third. Oh, PSA. I haven't heard of PSA for a long time. Irishman says they'll be closing the hub in Florida. Eham, O'Hare will be the only two hubs for the time being. I'll explain on New Sky Channel. Okay, interesting. Irishman, welcome in though, by the way. Tomorrow you will fly into a real storm in 2024. Will I? Will's predicting the future, folks. The future, Will says. Alright. What the hell? Oh, I don't have... Crap, I don't have things set up. 11135. 11135. Whoops. Alright. That's connecting. 278. This is what happens when I talk too much. Get distracted. Okay. And minimums are 402. Thankfully, that's not too much. Whoops. Went past it. Okay, there's that. Cool. And start bringing out flaps.
Contact Dublin Tower 118.6.
Already forgot our minimum speed. 145.
Ryanair 6661.
Let's bring out the speed brakes because we're coming in a little hot.
Dublin Tower, Ryanair 6661, ILS runway 28 left.
Slow down, buddy. You got a crosswind right now, 4 knots. Real stormy weather in Sim Update. Will still predicting Sim Update 3 tomorrow.
To land.
The
Ryanair
the lightning is great, and the lighting in Sim Update 3 is really good. I don't know. I don't think it's coming out tomorrow, Will. Will's thinking it. He's predicting it. He did predict the FENIX update. To be fair, he predicted the FENIX update. Alright, gear coming down. We're still a little fast. We need to reduce that speed pretty quick here. Alright, speed's looking much better. Flaps coming down, 15. Speed brakes are armed for the approach. 25. And full flaps 30. And we were cleared to land. Do you have 20? I use 2024. Yeah, I use 2024. Alright, AP's off my aircraft. Alright, it's trimming up a little bit. This is such a beautiful approach. I love it. Especially when you have like the weather the way it is. Got the overcast clouds, but then you have some breakthrough, so it's super bright in certain areas and then super dark in others. Oh, it looks gorgeous. Gorgeous. A little high on this profile. I said it yesterday, but like it's flight lines really help me focus on that touchdown zone so much more. So even when I'm not using flight line anymore, like I'm aiming for that touchdown zone so much more than I ever were in the past. This looks a little bit more stable, looks a little bit more in our area.
Approaching light slow. Light slow. Minimum.
Alright, we're landing.
Light slow. 100. Light slow. 50. 40. Light 30. Slow. 20. 10.
Oh, definitely floated this one down. Nose coming down, reversers are out. Welcome to Dublin. Alright, reversers are stable. Flaps coming up. Getting a little bit of like performance hit today with the sim. I'm guessing maybe some server issues. Alright, we're exiting here. We're going to go ahead and swing over to the right and then taxi onto a gate. 132 on the landing, 72% in the touchdown zone. Yeah, so I definitely floated that one down a bit. Okay, so then we landed at, touchdown was at 59. So at 8:02 we can turn off fly the line, or we can end the flight in there. Ryanair 376. I usually play it because it's free. Oh, okay. Oh, you're thinking minus air 376. Hey, 132. I'll take it. Again, it was a little long, 72% in the touchdown zone, but that's fine. What is this? What is that livery? I like the FedEx one, but like, what is going on? I'm gonna try to see if frame gen's causing it. Oh, looks like it was just frame gen. Okay, never mind. What is that livery? Alright, why are we stopping? What the hell is that? There's no engines. Huh. That's rather interesting. It's glitching. Did you know when Air India 171 happened, someone on Flight Sim was playing as the aircraft but didn't know it crashed? Oh, it was flying that same plane. All right, there's a Ryanair over here, so that's I think where we're gonna go. What's that pink or that red one? Play? What the hell is Play? What is... I'm seeing just some weird airlines today. I don't know. I think that plane that we saw, that pink and purple one, I think that's like static though. I think that's part of the airport. That's my guess, at least. We have Delta and United here, so these must be the long hauls. Swiss Air over there in the distance. Air Canada. I'm not sure what that one is right ahead of us, though, either. What is that one? Oh, I see, right. Air Canada. What is Play? I like the tail there. I like that an airplane on there. I like that's cool. That's genius. Genius. Yeah, Ryanair Park's over here. So that's where we're going. Is that American I see out there in the distance, or is that British Air? What is that? Oh, that's British. Okay. This plane is just really struggling to move. Alright, let's park. That's all busy there. Let's just go right here. Turn off. What the hell? What is going on with you, plane? Parking, or the brakes bugs is really strong today. Like sometimes the brakes get stuck. It's really messing with it today. Stop, you're too fast. Slow down. Alright, parking brake is set. Let's go over here and go to system page. Connect that guy. Let's go up top here. Ground power is on. And turn off beyond ATC, because I wonder if that's what's causing some of this performance. Maybe it's just beyond ATC today. That's a lot of traffic. Okay, so we got that all set. We got ground power on, right? Yep, ground power's on. Down here. Fuel cutoffs. End flight. And we'll see what fly the line. Play is Iceland? Really? Play is Iceland? Fascinating. I challenge you on a flight on Japan Airlines Tokyo Airport, Dallas. Oh yeah, no. Nope. Don't do long hauls like that. That's crazy. For me, it's crazy. I can't do that. Jay Russ does those long hauls on here sometimes. So 72%. So we lost our 2 points from that. What else? We would have been 96. We were 3 minutes late on departure. 3 minutes late on arrival, which is crazy to me. Crazy that we're 3 minutes late and still 18 minutes early. Like how, I don't know how to get that any better. It is so difficult. So you have to be under, on time is 0 to 15 minutes before scheduled departure. Okay, so you can be up to 14 minutes late. I guess up to 14 minutes late and still be on time. So if we left, if we left 3 minutes later, we would have gotten 5s on these guys, or at least on this bottom one. We would have got 5 on that one. The touchdown zone was a little longer, like I said. So we look on the map here. We touched down right there. We should have touched down right here. Right here. That's not bad, though. And then our landing, where is it at here? Average sink rate's 345. Sink rate at touchdown was 132. Alright, this completes my 2-legged flights for the first Ryanair batch. Let's see what we have for the next ones. So got $1,000 on that one. And let's see how our profile's looking here. Alright, so dude, I took a holiday finally. I took a holiday, and that helped a lot with the personal life. That brought it up to 90%. It was getting down to like the 70s. Or maybe it's down to 60s at one point. We're a little bit tired, so we're going to rest a bit. So we're going to spend some time doing rest, and we're going to try to see if we can get some life events going on, some hobbies. So hobbies is good. I'm not sure what affects life events. Can't quite figure that out, but we're at 93 for both of these two stats, so that's pretty good. This is probably the best we've had for a while. So we're gonna do sleep in bed, life events. I'm pretty sure that's here. So let's do a flight sim multi-crew. That should bring some social aspects into it. Although I get nervous doing this because this is where raging might happen. And then let's do social. Let's do TV series with a friend, and then let's do scenic drive with coffee. Why not? Let's do a scenic drive with coffee, and then we'll go rest again. Yeah, let's do those. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so let's go to accept. Master Copy, welcome in. Yeah, you are late. Welcome in, though. Welcome in. Tail end of the stream today. Okay, so we got that all set. Let's hit continue. So we got 50 hours in Fly the Line, $90,000 in the bank, which is crazy. And then let's see. I'm more curious what our next route's going to be. What the hell is this? TBC. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. And so with the early access version I'm using, it's bringing this announcement later. 20 days in and you truly become a valuable member of the team. Your dedication and hard work hasn't gone unnoticed. Keep soaring. Keep soaring. Okay, so we're almost up to 100% on all this now. So we're looking really, really good. Next flights here we have to Gatwick. So we've done this flight a couple different times. We have Gatwick, Dublin to Gatwick, and Gatwick back to Dublin. And there's really not a whole lot I can do. The next things I can do, honestly, to unlock is I have to work over here. I'm gonna wait one more though. I'm gonna unlock this one. I'm so nervous about doing this though because this increases rest. It minuses by 3, it minuses by 2, it minuses by 1. This one minuses by 2, and this one minuses by 1. So I'm really nervous about doing this stuff over here. So I'm going to work on doing it. I'm going to unlock this one next. And then all I have left is this left tree, and then done. And there's nothing I can buy. There's nothing I can buy. Like, I have all this money and all this money in savings. There's nothing I can buy. We have medical exam in 1 more day. So after this trip here, after these 2 flights, we'll have our medical exam within Fly the Line again. I passed the last one, no issues. The stats were about the same. And they'll drop a little bit after these 2 flights, but they should be pretty close to this number. Let's see. Do some of you people have issues with pre-departure clearance through CPDLC not always working? I haven't had any issues with it yet, Matthew. No issues at all. With it at least at my end with the FENIX. Never mind. Just took a really long time. 5 minutes to get the clear. 5 minutes to get. I wonder if Beyondatc is a little sluggish today. I wonder if Beyondatc is a little sluggish. I wonder if they're having some server issues or something. That'd be my guess. Got TPC hospital time, man. What's inside the captain's dialogue? So in the dialogue here, this one brings down, like, it gives you your flight reports, and then also gives you like other details of your, you know, things you're doing in the career. Oops. And then the training captain, this one here, kind of same thing. Get your flight reports from her, and then there's also congratulations stuff in here. And then this is the financial person telling you, you know, you made a lot of money. Yeah, so that's what the dialogues are for. Can you get health problems if you fly too much? Not health problems per se. But like if your fatigue drops, then your overall health will drop. If you don't eat enough, your health will drop. If you don't have a good balance of your personal life and mood, your health will drop, your overall health. I think, so this top one seems to be your overall health, right? And then these break down the categories. So if we look at my profile, you can see I had some dips down to the 90s when it comes to nutrition, right? Things have dropped a little bit. So I wasn't eating well, like in real life. And then here we had the most dropped with a workload. So this is, I think this is when I was doing 4 flights a day. This dropped. So like I was saying yesterday, though, if I wanted to make things a lot more challenging, or a little bit more challenging, I have it set right now between 2 and 4, and it's still doing 4. So here with the sectors, when it builds the schedule, it's I have it set for 2 to 4, and it's only been doing 2 recently. So if I want to make it challenging, I can definitely set it to 4. 4 flights in a day. That will drop all these metrics down significantly. And I will have to focus more on balancing out, you know, fatigue compared to personal life, you know, social stuff, right? So you'll have to do a much better job of balancing it out. Right now I have it on quote-unquote easy mode, I guess, because I'm only doing 2 flights per day. 2 flights per day. I'm going to see you next stream probably because I'm about to start my last year of middle school. Hey, have a good time in school. Have a good time in school. Appreciate you coming in, Trans World Airlines. Welcome in to the community, and we'll see you for the next one. And that also is going to end today's flight. Thanks everyone for coming in. Tomorrow we'll do at least 1 flight, probably 2 though. I have tomorrow off, but we'll see how things go. Probably going to start about an hour later than normal tomorrow because tomorrow is also podcast day. So if you're interested in listening to that, so we're on Pixel Realms Podcast on YouTube. So Pixel Realms Podcast, and that's when my friend Mark will be doing our news podcast. Kind of switch. We used to do kind of a themed episodes, and we're kind of balancing things out now to more like news and just kind of covering, you know, media news, tech news, that kind of jazz, gaming news, anything that kind of has to do with that stuff. We'll be covering in the podcast. And there's some really interesting things we're going to cover tomorrow, so I'm excited for that episode. But either way, we'll see you tomorrow for our next flight. And as always, have a great rest of the day. Take care.